Welcome, dear listener, and thanks for joining us.
I'm Yanto.
And I'm Stephen.
And this is a podcast all about the weird and wonderful world of the dark comedy anthology series, Inside Number 9.
On each episode, we'll be diving into another one of Steve Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith's twisted tales, putting it under a lens and examining it to within an inch of its life.
So make yourself comfortable, grab a cup of tea, and join us for The Ninth Degree.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Another week, another Inside Number 9.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, not the best, actually. I've been ill for about a week. But hoping to be over it soon.
Yeah.
Just means I'm going to be... Sorry.
Oh, bless you.
I'm going to have to edit a lot of those out. Yeah, apologies if you do hear any.
Yeah, I'm off on holiday this week and I've been dreading catching something.
Yes.
I went to see my parents and the little nieces were there full of cold and I'm like, why didn't you tell me?
Oh dear.
Yeah, but
Touch wood.
so far so good.
Yeah. I bet you're looking forward to going away.
Yeah, can't wait. Very excited. And last day at work for you? Is it? No? Yes?
I've got 1 week to go, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was 1 week, yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Exciting and terrifying.
Yeah.
Change, yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
I wonder if you spotted our hair from last week.
It was 12 Days of Christine.
I wonder if Mia's going to be grateful.
Well,
We'll find out.
it's unlikely. We've still got like 12 days of Christmas.
Teenagers are never
Yeah.
grateful, are they?
No. I'm intrigued to see in the edit how well that turned out.
Yes, so am I. But yeah, that was that. Spot another one this week if you can.
There'll be one hidden somewhere. We are back this week with episode 4 of series 5, Misdirection.
Indeed.
In the Inside Number 9 wiki, we have world-famous magician Neville Griffin is extremely protective of his secrets, but student journalist Gabriel is determined to get his interview nonetheless. Griffin actually believes that stealing a magic trick is possibly worse than murder. How could he know that exactly? Another one that I think's quite a favourite of people's.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I think it's quite one of the more famous ones. What are your thoughts?
It sums up their MO, doesn't it? It's, you know, the whole title. I think they said, actually, that Misdirection could have been the title of the whole show.
Yeah, it would work very well.
Yeah, I do quite like it.
It does remind me very much of those sort of, like, Jonathan Creaky type. Maybe even Hustle, maybe? I don't remember, like, having, like, little flashbacks to stuff that happened and...
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I was thinking Sherlock. I was getting a very Sherlocky vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There was another episode of Inside Number 9 that I felt like this was a very close twin to.
Yeah.
I wondered if we had the same thought at all.
I was wondering if we had the same one.
What are you thinking?
Riddle of the Sphinx?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But it's all centred around a thing and sort of an apprentice to the thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Talking you through it and learning it.
The student and the teacher.
Yeah.
The teacher is an arsehole.
Yeah.
And then the student has this sort of ulterior motive to get revenge for something.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very similar when you look at it like that.
Yeah, and at this time, Reece gets the turn as being the arsehole.
Exactly, yeah. I felt like his voice was similar to another character, but I couldn't think who.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I can't think who either.
But it might just be a kind of voice he uses quite a lot. I don't know.
I have to just run out of voices, like,
Maybe,
however many
but
episodes in. It's quite a Steve Light episode.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yes.
He is fun while he's there. I'd not seen this in a long time, so I was quite excited to watch it again. And it started with Steve as the magician. And I was like, but I remember it being Reece. Like, oh, okay, right, yeah, we've got rid of Steve.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Willy Wando.
Willy Wando. Yeah, you can see that on the cruise ships.
I mean, when that's the name you're given, you've only got quite limited career options, haven't you?
Well, I mean, yeah, if that's what he was born as, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the people people at crystal chandeliers that end up working as strippers. It's like, well, what did you expect from your dad?
I love his Irish accent.
Yeah. I saw so I was reading up on people's opinions, and someone had commented on Reddit, very specific pet peeve. As an Irishman, I hate bad Irish accents, and I hate even more the drunken Irishman can be controlled with a bottle of whiskey stereotype. You couldn't do that with any other race. Cheap shot. Shots. Like, I see. Oh, okay, yeah, right. It's just a joke. So, the chair racing experience.
Mm.
It's a really cool intro to the episode. Like, you don't know, is this going to be quite a scary, horror-y type episode? Like, it opens quite, I don't know, moodily and...
Quite sinister. The soundtrack that's playing on the phone, it reminds me of the Exorcist music.
Yeah, apparently it was inspired by Tubular Bells. He'd had it kicking around and he finally found an excuse to use it, they said.
Yeah, well, it's the perfect thing. And yeah, it's very, I don't know, it's quite a weird trick.
It is weird. Like, yes, it's impossible to work out how it was done, but it isn't all that impressive. Like, it is impressive, but it's all over and done with in a few seconds.
Yeah, it's just weird, like, you know, him with the big, like, sheet over his head.
Mm-hmm.
If you went to see a magician and you watched that, you'd be a bit like, why has he got a sheet over his head?
Yeah.
Like...
So I've seen the interviews with them where they've said that all the tricks in the episode are real and can be done, blah, 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 except this one, which was totally made up. But I want to know, like, in universe, like, what does the sheet achieve? Why can't we see his face while he's doing it?
Well, I guess it's meant to be, you couldn't possibly work out how it's done, so they just put in something to sort of add to the, you know, believability that it could be some sort of trick. You just don't know how it works.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really make sense, but...
I was reading, obviously it was just done with a crane.
Yes.
Really. And they just painted that out afterwards. But because he was technically working at height, the seat had to be fitted with a safety belt, like a seat belt, that he had to fumble and put on under the sheet. And that's why he's sort of faffing about for a bit.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why they added in the tapping the feet thing
possibly.
to give him time to do that.
Yeah.
They could have just cut away, but the director wanted to keep it fixed on him in real time so that so it sort of looks like a real trick.
Yeah. Not like a trick for TV where they cut away and then something has happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And obviously we're set in this like lockup, which is like Neville's magic storeroom basically, where he keeps all his paraphernalia.
Yes, of course, we've not set where we are. Yeah.
It's quite a cool set.
Yeah. Reese is saying how he wants to live there.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of his favourite sets he's ever worked on. And a lot of the props are apparently Reese's from his own collection of magic stuff. Like, in the same way that Will of the Sphinx was very much Steve's passion project for being a crossword lover, this is very much Reese's. Like, he's a big fan of magic and does a lot of magic. Apparently he has a room in his attic that's behind a bookcase full of magic equipment. But yeah, Neville, which is Reese's character, very much enjoys the trick and wants to buy it.
Yes.
Why also is Willie there? Because he's not selling this trick. Or, like...
No.
Is it just showing off?
I'm guessing they must have met and then he's, like, enticed him back to his place with alcohol.
Yeah.
And, like, tried to get in his good books sort of thing. I suppose he's just being nice.
Yeah, I guess so.
But, yeah, more fool him.
Do we reckon when Neville produces the bottle of whiskey, is his plan at that point just to get him drunk, or do we reckon he's planning on killing him right from that point?
It does seem like a spur-of-the-moment thing when he decides to hit him.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem premeditated to me, so yeah.
I reckon he's probably just trying to get him drunk and then read his notebook.
Yeah.
But I guess he sees the sheet go over his head and he's like, oh, well, I could, this would be quite easy.
Yeah. Because I think he has to get rid of him, because otherwise then if he starts doing the trick, he'll know where he got it from and he'll take him to court, so...
Yeah. Although, I guess Willie's meant to be quite a bit older than Steve is. Like, maybe he's hoping that he'll just die at some point and he'll be able to take the trick.
Oh, I see, after he dies.
Because he's only performed it for, like, little kids and stuff. Maybe he can just claim it's his now or something.
That's true. But anyhow, he does kill him. We get a great comedy killing scene of trying to kill him with all this trick stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah. One thing after another. Like, he's got the rope that doesn't work. He's got the guillotine that starts not to work. Apparently they cut out that he was going to attack him with a sword that turned into flowers.
Oh, wow.
But had to chop it for time. Pun not intended. I did wonder if, because I couldn't remember exactly how it worked, whether the guillotine was how it would end, or whether that was yet another one that just wouldn't, because it's obviously not designed to kill him.
Yeah.
Or you've made your guillotine very badly in the magic trade. You get through a lot of resistance that way.
Yeah. Isn't it one of those things where they show you first, like on a watermelon or something, and it does work, and then they flick a switch or something and it goes to the fake version?
Pretty much, yeah. Penn and Teller do it very well with a big, like, circular saw on a bench.
Oh.
And, like, make a big point of being like, this is how it works. You get under here and you slide, there's a little cavity under that people can get in. And it all works. It's all safe because of this metal bar that stops the thing going, and he pulls out and waves it around, at which point Teller then drops the blade on someone and they cuts right through them and guts go everywhere. And
right.
That's their play on it, is that it goes wrong and kills the person.
Yeah. But anywho, we have a time jump.
We do. And how many years later?
I wonder, what number did they choose? Yeah.
9 years later.
He's now successful.
Mm-hmm.
He's a successful stage magician.
Yes.
He's married.
Mm-hmm.
Still in the same lockup.
Yeah.
And, my God, he looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
The outfit.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, really bad.
Such a twat. But recognisable, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's what you need, isn't it?
Yeah. I was thinking how the wife, Jenny, only really exists in this to be murdered.
Yes. She doesn't really have much of a character.
No.
And they don't really have much of a relationship.
No, they don't.
That was going to be one of my main criticisms of it, that I don't really feel the characters are as strong as a normal week.
No, I don't really believe their relationship.
No. Well, this is going to be my point for later, but I didn't really know... he doesn't really seem to care when she's murdered either.
Yeah, I literally thought that. As he seems so sort of blasé.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a bit right.
Okay. Well, that happened. Right, what do we do now?
Yes.
But yeah, do we reckon... Would he actually have been any success anyway? Is it solely this trick that's made him famous? Because I was wondering that we only really see him do 2 tricks.
Mm.
The second one being the cards that he says is quite straightforward, and he makes no bones of that. And this one, the zigzag lady, is such a off-the-shelf trick.
Yes, it is, yeah.
It doesn't require any of his own thought.
No. I think it is. I think it's the chair-raising experience was the gateway that allowed him to make it.
Yeah.
Which, so much of showbiz is about luck and being in the right place at the right time. So,
yeah.
If all he needed was one trick to get him sort of talked about.
Yeah.
And then you kind of ride on that, don't you? Ride on your name and everything.
Yeah. The rest, he doesn't need to come up with something as impressive because he's already a big enough name as it is.
Or he might have loads of other cool stuff, but we don't see it.
True. But yeah, she's just... So I guess she used to be his assistant. They fell in love, got married, blah, blah, blah. And she's got bored of it and has retrained and is doing something that involves staying in a hotel.
Yes. I was wondering if I'd just missed it, what it is, but no, they don't say, do they?
I don't think so.
And something that means she'd be very likely to know what a Mount Weasel is.
Yes.
She knows, she says that so obviously, oh yeah, of course I know what that is,
Yeah. I've got that written down as a note that it just felt a bit forced, that whole explanation.
It was a bit, yeah.
It was we need to get this in for the plot.
A bit convenient, yeah.
Yeah. I think it would have worked better, but not as dramatic, just to have been he Googled it. It would have got the same information more realistically, but it wouldn't have, worked as well on screen.
Yeah, because you've just got to read it, unless you read it out loud.
It's just a bit boring. But when a person says it, unless you've called up, some mastermind person that has these sort of recall things, it just feels a bit weird that she would just know that off the top of her head.
Yeah.
I'd heard the term, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah. There's so many of those things that have, little names.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless the fact that her job is something that, she's a journalist or she works in publishing or something, which they could have just, let us know.
Yeah.
And then it would have made a bit more sense. Let's assume she works in publishing and...
Yeah, why not?
Oh, worked, past tense.
Well, yeah. So the next bit we've got, Gabriel turns up.
Yeah, to interview him.
Yeah.
I love how he gets his awards out.
Yeah.
Puts them strategically on the table.
Dead centre.
What a twat.
And then the way Gabriel just swipes them all to the side.
Yeah.
I do not care about your awards. But yeah, they get into the debate, which I find interesting, of stagecraft versus effect.
Yeah.
So I went up to the Edinburgh Fringe this year for the first time, and I saw a magician there. He was very Derren Brownie. It turned out apparently he was some relation of Debbie McGee, and I think he was Paul
Daniels.
Daniels, that's the one I'm looking for. Very different person. His nephew, I think.
Right.
And I don't know if I just caught him on a bad day, but he was all the sort of stagecraft and not really any of the magic. Like, it was just a great big story that didn't really lead to anything at the end.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
Okay.
It felt like it was the worst of both worlds.
Interesting.
Like, you're having to go through this great long story, but you didn't actually get any big payoff from it, really. Because it was sort of like this example where he's got the two tricks. You could see the first easy trick in the convoluted one.
Right.
Like, it was just like, well, you've done this, but just talked about it for half an hour. But I can totally see his point of, like, the effect isn't always the most important thing. Like, it's how you got there and how you sold it.
Yeah, I can see both sides, really. He's talking about the, like the street magic and the close-up magic, like it's sort of a more modern, fast-paced kind of thing, whereas he's very old-fashioned and traditional, likes the sort of more Victorian kind of, like, get up on a stage and be mystical and all that, know.
And your top hat and tails. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see both sides, but it seems like he's very much a purist.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously this is all very meta about the episode itself.
Yes.
And how, he says about the narrative distracts from the trick.
Yeah.
Which there's so many layers and layers of deception going on in this episode.
Yeah. Although my main thought in that whole scene was, how many cards magicians must get through? Like, it's always, this is a brand new deck of cards.
Yeah.
Like, they must be buying packs of cards by the truckload.
Yeah.
They can only use them for one trick.
True.
Keeping Bicycle and all those sorts of card manufacturers in business.
Although, isn't the idea that it's not actually brand new, he's pretending it is?
Well, it was sealed, so I don't know whether, I imagine...
Unless they're a special, like, magician's kind of deck, but...
Well, that's what I was wondering.
He makes some comment about, like, a rough and smooth something or other.
Yeah, it's a slip force card.
Like it's been prepared.
Yeah, well, I think it has, but I don't know whether it's like certain brands will sell trick decks that are pre-sealed and, like...
Yeah.
Because I used to be a bit into Magic when I was younger, and you could buy, like, Bicycle are a big maker of cards, and you can buy packs of their cards where it's, all double-sided or whatever, without writing on, or, they've got rougher sides on one side than the other and all sorts of things, so you can do tricks with them. So I assume they will come with, you can buy card decks that are in order, but they have the, 6 of clubs at the top or something.
Yeah.
For that kind of thing.
Then you'd need to, I guess it would have to tell you you'd have to know somewhere which card it is. Or if it's always going to be the same one, then that's just too obvious, isn't it? I don't know.
This is why I loved learning these things when I was little, but my memory's terrible. I can never remember all this shit that you need to know.
Yeah,
I had a great trick that, it was really easy, but it required you to be able to do some really quick maths.
Right.
To be like, if you've picked this card, then you add X number to it, swap it to this suit, and do this, and the next card will be that.
Right.
And that kind of stuff. And it was like, it all worked itself out, but you had to do the maths to be able to say, and the card will be. And I was like, I can't do this quickly enough.
Let me just get out my magic calculator.
Yeah.
We also then have the tarot cards, which...
creepy as hell, yeah.
And this is where he's showing how you can do basically the same trick, but make it much more theatrical.
Yeah.
With a creepy story.
There's always a creepy old person in the forest, isn't there, in these stories, or a witch or something?
Apparently, yes. Do you have any experience of tarot cards?
My friend that was a very intelligent person, used to claim that he fully believed in them. And I'm like, we had a whole debate for hours. Well, maybe not hours, but about, and he just kept demanding that it was real.
Right, but real in what sense?
I don't know. Like, I think the ultimate thing I got to the conclusion was that the card drawing might be random and make no sense.
Yeah.
But it's how you
interpret it.
What significance you make to it.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because when I was younger, I had a friend who was into tarot reading, and, like, obviously, objectively, they are going to be coming up randomly. There's no relationship between how they come up and anything in the world. Yeah. But I think they could be a useful mental practice just to sort of interpret them, and they're like a tool to think about your life and stuff like that. And I've done that before and found it quite interesting.
I guess it's a bit like the flipping a coin, and if you're happy or sad with the outcome kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes you think about.
So I think I agree with your friend then.
He didn't explain himself very well at the start.
Okay, yeah.
But it took us a while to get to the conclusion that I think he sort of...
Yeah.
I
suppose it's similar to horoscopes as well, and, like, it doesn't matter when you were born, but if you read in a paper that, be careful before you make any big decisions this week because you were born in July,
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when you were born. It might be worth your while to be careful before you make any big decisions anyway. Like,
True.
Yeah.
In which case, though, read all the horoscopes.
Exactly, yeah. Pick the one you like the best.
Yeah. They have a really creepy deck, though, that they've got in this.
Yes. I
Not
mean,
helped by,
everything's
obviously,
creepier in German. Yeah.
So then Gabriel wants to show Neville one of his tricks. Now, obviously playing around with magic a bit when I was younger, I worked out how it was done. I don't know if you did before they told you.
You mean the whole thing with the tracker pen and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember, to be honest, my first time watching it.
It was more so the end bit with the blood and the number and stuff, because that's quite a common one, I think, of writing in wax and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I'd seen someone use one of those tracker pens on something. Was it maybe one of the like Penn and Teller type things? But yeah, I thought he did a good job, though, with it. Like, I know obviously it's not really what he's there for, but ostensibly at the time, considering he's making out that he's quite new at this, and he is telling us, making a story out of it a bit, and like he's not just doing the thing, he's sort of doing a bit of showmanship with it.
Well, that's the thing. I think this character, as we find out at the end, like what his true motivation was and everything, he does a very, very layered job of, pretending to be incompetent enough that Neville's going to do certain things and behave in certain ways. Like, he pictures it so perfectly so that it's, good enough, but not too good.
Yeah. It doesn't scream that he's bad.
Exactly, yeah. It's very clever.
Yeah, he does pitch it at just the right level.
Yeah. The mistakes that he makes in the trick are not actually mistakes at all. They're deliberate.
No.
In order to manipulate Neville. And Neville just, his ego, he just falls for it. Hook, line and sinker.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
He knows that he's not going to be able to resist doing those things.
Yeah.
As much as a lot of this episode does rely on sort of things going the way Gabriel wants them to.
Yeah, I did think that.
There is still an element of, but he knows him well. Presumably he's researched the hell out of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows, how cocky he is, and there's no chance he's not going to do this. He's going to want to go, oh, look in, open your pocket and make a showman point of taking it out himself. And
yes. Yeah. It is, I know I mentioned earlier it reminded me of Sherlock, but it is that similar thing of like the character of Sherlock Holmes couldn't exist in real life because so much of his deductions are just very, very lucky guesses that you wouldn't be that lucky in real life.
No. So
this is a similar thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I guess we don't see the Sherlock cases where he just got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
Your wedding ring isn't polished because you're taking it on and off all the time to have affairs. It's just you like polishing your ring because you're... Oh, that sounded wrong. Polishing your wedding ring because you're just, really OCD and like to keep things nice and clean, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
There's always so many options and it always happens to be the right one.
Yeah. So, yeah, Neville tears apart the trick.
I like the flashbacks, though, and you see how it was done. That was nice.
Yes, and I like it sort of in Neville's imagination because it's the way he thinks it was done.
Yes.
With the wax thumb tip.
Yeah.
And then he says, no, it wasn't a wax thumb tip, and then you get the sort of corrected flashback.
Yeah. And even then it's sort of like a joke because Gabriel winks at or smiles at the camera.
Yeah. I like that's quite funny there where he stops and he says it wasn't a wax thumb tip, it was just a candle. And he just goes, close enough.
Yeah. It still counts, I get the points.
Yeah.
And the way he calls it early Darren Brown at best, the thinking he's going to get the save code out of him.
Yeah. Again, that's another example, isn't it, of just that perfect. He's pretending that he's trying to be clever.
Yeah.
But not clever enough. But in actual fact, he's being very clever.
Yeah. So clever that it doesn't register. Yeah.
Yeah, by deliberately making it obvious.
Obvious enough.
Yeah. It's he's just on another level. Very clever.
How long has he been planning this?
Oh, yeah. So we kind of find out around this point that, it's heavily implied that his granddad was Willy Wando.
Yes.
And there's some sort of unfinished business.
Presumably this was not meant to be remotely surprising. Like, you're meant to have worked this out, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. And then Neville slips up when he says he took his secrets with him to the grave.
I told you he was dead.
Yeah. But he's in that place of like, well, I know you probably suspect me of murdering him, but you can't prove it, so let's just get you out of here now and get out of my life.
Yeah. And like he says, he has to deal with people claiming people have stole his tricks all the time.
Mm.
Which, going by what's happened so far, is probably not far off the truth. Like, he probably does. Because it's a bit like that thing of, every novel is just a rework of Shakespeare or whatever. Like, there's only so many tricks you really can do that are, when you boil them down.
I suppose, yeah. And I guess that's where the showmanship comes in, isn't it? It's because you make it different.
Yeah, you sell it as a separate thing, yeah.
So Gabriel, I've put in quote marks, tries to open the safe.
Yeah.
Although, of course, he knows he can't actually do it. He's just trying to freak Neville out.
Imagine if he had been clever, like, Neville just hadn't worked it out, and that was the safe code, and it did just open. What would you have done at that point?
Well, then, everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Apart from
Didn't have to murder
Neville.
anyone anymore.
Yeah.
He spent all that money on all the tech, and he didn't need it.
Yeah, I did enjoy watching this because, I think the first time, I think you buy the fact that Gabriel is just being a little bit incompetent and that Neville is really...
Ahead of him,
yeah. And then it all gets turned on its head later.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, Neville's murdered people so far, but he does become such a dick at this point. Like, even the way he says bedwomb.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, really takes the piss out of him.
He is very unlikable.
Yeah. And, like, he's pretty much admitted at this point that he has murdered his granddad. In all but saying it. Yeah,
you always know whenever someone says, why don't you prove it? You always know that they're basically just admitting it, but...
Yeah. I did enjoy the bit about how you can't patent magic tricks, though.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I know, so David Copperfield, a lot of his tricks got figured out because people worked out how, when he patented them, certain bits of them. I guess under fake names and like all sorts of stuff, so you can't, because the amount of patents that exist, actually finding it would be impossible. But people have, like how he does the flying thing and various tricks he has patented, so you can work it out from that. But yeah, it's interesting that you kind of just have to hope that no one works it out, because there's nothing then to stop anyone from doing it themselves if you haven't patented it.
It's a very serious thing, this whole magic circle, the magician's code and all that, isn't it?
Yeah.
They take it very seriously.
Yeah. You see that Reese got a message from the magic circle.
Oh, no.
They had sent him a letter afterwards saying how much they enjoyed it.
Oh, nice.
And, like, thanks for, like, treating it so properly and, like,
respectfully, yeah.
Yeah, respectfully, that's the word I'm looking for. And not taking the mickey out of it. Or not more so, not in a mean way anyway.
Yeah, yeah. But that's, like you said about it, he did for magic what Steve did for crosswords in that other episode. So, it's something he cares deeply about, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So Gabriel leaves after having accused him of murder. And I think Neville's a bit shaken because, to have this happen, to have the grandson of this person you murdered come and say, I know you did it.
Yeah. Plus, like, you'd expect that in the first few months. But when it's got to 9 years later, you've probably thought, I've got away with it.
You think you're safe?
Yeah. And then someone says this, and you're like, okay, I'm never going to be safe. Like, if this can come up 9 years later, it could happen at any time.
Yes. The lesson is don't murder someone.
Well, yeah, that's always a good lesson. Yeah. It's much easier when you don't.
Yeah, it is, yeah, to be honest. So, yeah, he goes over to the little pad where he very obviously wrote something down earlier. In invisible ink, well, in wax, I guess. Or was it just an impression on the paper?
I think it was just an impression through onto the next sheet of paper. Yeah.
And he finds out that he's written down this word Mount Weasel, which he doesn't know. So he's then on Skype to Jenny.
We have the awkward explanation.
Yeah. And apparently her hotel's been receiving dodgy messages.
Yeah.
Supposedly from Neville.
Yes.
Which he has no memory of doing.
Nope. On a first watch, it does come across quite creepy. Like, what's happening here? I guess it is a coincidence. It is lucky for the plot. Another coincidence that she didn't take the calls.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would have worked if she'd answered.
Yeah, that's true. Unless
he's following her and knows that she's not in.
Yeah, or unless he's just phoning reception and just abusing them, in the name of Neville.
True.
True.
Yeah, because he's such a dick of a character, Neville, that you could just be like, do you know who I am? And, like, make out very easily that you're pretending to be him.
Yeah, 100%. So she knows what a Mount Weasel is.
Yes.
And explains it's a copyright trap.
This made me wonder, like, so if they put these things in encyclopedias quite regularly to check if people are stealing stuff, how many people are learning fake facts?
Well, yes.
Going out saying that X means Y. But it doesn't.
I suppose they must have to make it something so obscure and inconsequential.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good point.
It's the same with the whole Trap Street thing.
Yeah, in maps.
If someone ends up wanting to get between two different places and that street doesn't exist and they get lost.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Sucks to be them.
So once again, he's rattled by this. He thinks, oh my God, does that mean Willy Wando left something in his notebook that could incriminate him? But I don't know what could that be? How can you apply a Mount Weasel to a notebook of magic trick ideas? I don't really get that.
I don't know, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's just planting the seed that something could have happened.
That there could be something, yeah.
Yeah. But, so, he's obviously killed Willy Wando. He's took his book. Has he then just transcribed his book?
I thought so, yeah.
Given it back? Because I'm just a bit confused as to what happened to the book.
Oh, yeah.
And Willy's body, I guess. Presumably he just disappeared. But if his book, if he disappeared, and presumably all of his stuff disappeared along with him that he had on him, why did he bother copying out the book?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't really get that. Because he makes a point of, as soon as he's killed him, he takes the book and he starts copying it.
Yeah, he starts copying it over,
and then, after this Mount Weasel thing, he burns those pages.
So what happened to the original?
Yeah. Because presumably he wouldn't ever want the risk that because that would be the worst thing, that so he's had to dump the body somewhere.
Yeah.
If he dumped the body along with the notebook, someone finds the notebook, finds this guy's performing the tricks that are apparently only listed in this notebook. That's pretty clear evidence that he's someone you should be talking to.
Yeah.
So I didn't really understand the point of the notebook being copied.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. I have no idea.
But yeah, so he decides at that point to... I guess he's wiping the security footage as well because Gabriel was there. And if he does have something on him, he doesn't want evidence that he's spoken to him.
For some reason, I thought it was because the camera was pointing at the safe where he was about to put the code in, and he didn't want the code to be recorded.
Well, I thought I assumed that was the reason why he turned the cameras off. But deleting the footage...
Oh, yeah.
I assumed it was because he was there and he didn't want proof that,
Yeah, probably.
That he'd tantamount to omitted it on video.
Yeah, exactly.
Would be my guess.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, he takes out the pages, burns them, which I'm surprised he hasn't done before, really, because it's been 9 years. He probably knows all of what's in that notebook, inside out and backwards by now.
That's true, yeah, that's a dangerous piece of evidence to have.
Yeah. I guess it just adds to his whole, he's a cocky arsehole.
He is, yeah.
Character. Maybe there were other tricks in there that he'd not finished, that he'd not worked out the rest of yet.
Possibly.
Like Willy hadn't finished making them, and he hadn't finished working out how they worked.
Yeah.
Maybe. Is it then he has another go at the chair trick for no real reason whatsoever?
Yeah, so it's the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's just because Willy's on his mind. I know the feeling.
Maybe that's why he doesn't care that his wife's dead.
Yeah. And the police turn up to question him.
Yeah.
D.I. Hewson.
Indeed.
Who I thought looked like he'd stepped out of his own ITV drama.
Yes. He's the new Death in Paradise person.
Yeah.
That programme's like the Sugar Babes. I feel we're all going to get a call to be the chief inspector person in Death in Paradise at some point. It's like jury duty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so D.I. Hewson asks where he's been, and he categorically says that he's been there the whole time. Someone matching his wife's description has died. And Neville just does not seem to remotely care.
He doesn't seem bothered. He's like, right, okay.
Unless he's just like, oh, well, she matches her description, doesn't mean it's her. Maybe he's just, the shock of it isn't registering that it's actually real, maybe?
Possibly. Yeah, it was a very bizarre moment.
I'm trying to give him credit him with some sort of reasoning here, but...
I think, to be honest, I think it just goes towards him being an even more unlikable character.
Yeah.
You just think, well, he doesn't care about anyone but himself, even his own wife.
I guess. I struggle to think, though, how you could not care at all.
It is weird.
I guess that's just him.
Yeah, I think it's that, and I think it's also the fact that obviously police turn up and start asking him questions with all that's been going on. He automatically assumes, oh shit, I'm about to go down for murder.
True.
That is all that's on his mind. So maybe when they start telling him about his wife, it's more relief that actually it's not that.
True, yeah, that's a good point.
But, yeah, still.
And if he thought about it for a little bit, he probably would be.
But yeah, and conveniently he can't prove his alibi because he's just deleted all the footage.
Yep. Yeah, fuck.
And I just love this when you realise what's been going on.
Yeah.
And that he's been completely played.
Yeah.
He thought he was getting one step ahead of him, but this other guy was like 10 steps ahead of him.
Yeah. Every eventuality was worked out. D.I. Hewson gets him to admit that he's the only person that knows the code.
Yeah.
Like, there's no possible way anything that's in the safe could have any other explanation than he put it there.
Which is like a magic trick in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, when the magician says to you about, you're the only one who knows what's on this piece of paper.
Yeah, it's like magic trick, like a Jonathan Creek type, like locked room thing.
So we get the reveal that Gabriel got the safe combination by the same tracking chip that's in the pen. There's also one in the ring that he, by sleight of hand, he stole and then swapped over.
Yeah.
This was an example of very convenient stuff, I thought. Like, the fact that he knew he'd be does he always wear that exact same ring and that he could get an identical copy?
I guess so. He's probably that arseholey type person that would have talked about, I bought this ring for X number of thousand from such and such.
Yeah.
And made a big deal of what it is.
Maybe.
I guess that's how he would have done that bit. But the fact that it's loose enough that he could palm it, like if he'd failed to steal it, to pickpocket it properly, the whole thing collapses.
Yeah, and what if he'd not been wearing it that day?
Well, yeah. He'd just been doing the washing up, taking it off.
Yeah. And it's quite convenient as well that he wears it on his right index finger, the very finger that he's going to use.
Yeah.
A lot of it's down to chance.
Yeah. The more, I know it's TV and it's like, the boring stories don't get made, but like, we see the permutation where it does work. But the other thing for me is that's just tracking his finger movement. How's he, like, narrowed down which part of his hand moving for the next, several hours to being the bit where he put the code in?
Oh, that's a good point.
His finger's moving all over the room.
All over the place, yeah.
Yeah, it's always moving. How's he narrowed it down to those little gestures?
Yes. Convenient, but a cool reveal.
Yeah, and the best bit is that, like, he'll know. Neville knows what's happened. And he knows he's been set up, but he can't say anything. Because his own alibi is his own evidence for a different crime.
Exactly. That's why it's so genius.
Yeah.
And so Gabriel's got back at him by obviously doing something just as bad, but he gets the satisfaction of knowing that he's going to go away for it.
Yeah. But the problem with these sorts of things that where you have some sort of retribution, and it's always some innocent person that has to die. And like, poor Jenny. Like, what did she do wrong?
No, nothing.
Like, at least Willie was like, he had a reason for killing him. Like,
yeah.
She just happened to be collateral damage here. Apparently they considered putting Jenny's head in the safe originally, but thought it was too light deadline, so decided they'd already done that.
Oh, okay, yeah. The microwave.
Yeah.
So, what do we think?
I enjoy it. There are a lot of coincidences, but then there always are in these sorts of things, I guess. I don't know. To me, it didn't quite hit as well because I love magic and I've read up on a lot of stuff, so it didn't. I saw a lot of it coming, I think.
Right, okay.
Which is unfortunate. But I still really enjoyed it. I thought the characters, it was a little bit more plot heavy than character, and therefore the characters end up feeling a little bit like cogs.
Yes, I understand that.
They didn't really have as much agency and as much. They weren't as well rounded as they are in some other episodes. Like, believable. Because
there's a lot of minutiae of events to get in. So I suppose they have to spend more energy on that than the characters, but yeah.
I know we always say there's, not the line wasted kind of thing, but often there is just jokey bits that build a character up.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas here, everything seemed to be very important for the plot.
Yeah.
Are we on to rating it?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I think I'll go with 7.
Oh, that's quite good.
Yeah.
I think I felt similarly, and I've written down a 6. So, yeah, I think it's enjoyable. Very good.
Yeah.
Very clever with the twist and everything.
Yep. And as you said, emblematic of the whole series in that.
Exactly, yeah.
And other big question, did you spot the hair?
I did.
Well done, you can go.
Quite near the beginning, I saw it on the drawers near where Willie puts his phone.
Yeah.
You can see it behind them when they're talking. Woo. I got one.
Hey. You might win at the quiz, but I'll win at these. And did you spot our hair at home? We shall let you know where it was next week.
We'll have to let you know next week. But yes, fun episode.
Yes.
A fun episode indeed.
It's a step up from last week, definitely. Or several steps, in my opinion.
Yeah. Very different.
Yeah.
We got a really nice review on Apple Podcasts that I just wanted to share. This comes from Zach, and it says, 5 stars. This is genuinely one of my favourite podcasts I've listened to, and one that I look forward to every week. It's quite hard to find a great podcast about this incredible show, but I'm so happy I found this one. The show is informative, funny, and just a great time all throughout its runtime. So excited for what's to come in 2026. Thank you guys for being amazing and keep up the great work.
Oh, thanks, Zach. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's very sweet. We always do appreciate feedback and just, knowing that people enjoy.
Yeah, and that people are listening, to be honest.
Exactly.
I'm always happy when someone's listening.
Yeah. But we're back next week.
We will, for what have we got next week? Thinking Out Loud.
Indeed.
We'll see you then.
But for now, I think it's time to close the door on number 9.
But you never really leave, do you?
Thanks for listening to The Ninth Degree. If you'd like to get in touch, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at Ninth Degree Pod, or email us at ninthdegreepod@gmail.com. You can also leave us a rating or a review wherever you get your podcasts.